What is going on, guys? Happy Monday. Welcome back to another video. And yes, you guys see that baby face right there. I shaved my face for the first time, I think, in maybe a year and a half, 2 years at this point. And watch, it'll be back in about a week or two. But yeah, I figured let me shave my face. Why not? I get in that mood sometimes. But either way, for this video, guys, the one that you're watching right now, we have to break down 5 stocks that I'm looking at. And we're going to go over the indexes, kind of what's going on right now as we're wrapping up the day slowly here, this beautiful Monday, to kick off this brand new month of April, guys. So jam-packed video. If y'all find value, smash the like button, make sure to subscribe, and check out the new deal for April from Moomoo. That's linked down below, or you can check out the QR code right here. You can get 7 fractional shares of the Mag 7 up to $35, or if you want to transfer your account to Moomoo for the first time, you can get a 1.5% fee for that, up to $20,000 you transfer onto the Moomoo platform for the first time. I'll leave all the details down below. Enough of that for now, guys, and let's dive into it. So check it out. Again, it's 1:45 p.m. right now on the East Coast. And oh, by the way, this is SoFi's chart. We'll talk about that in the next couple of hours, so make sure you all watch out for that one. But let me show you what's going on here with these indexes, right? So at 1:45 p.m. on the East Coast right now, we have the S&P 500 down 0.3% on the day. You guys can see clearly we've been selling off all day. We have triple Q down. Let me see here, guys. Not much. It's actually pretty much at break even, leaning a little bit more towards the red as we are or have been selling off for the majority of the day. You guys can see after we saw a pump in the morning, but again, now we're selling off. So triple Q's in the red. The Russell's leading the losses, down 1%, down about 21 points. It's at 2,100 points right now. So down about 1% as the Dow's down 0.75%, right? Let me show you the Dow here, down a good chunk on the day, and it looks like it's arguably double topping at about 39,900, at least in the very short term here. And pulling up SPY, let's go back to SPY and look at triple Q as well. This we can see here. We had this triangle drawn out heading into this week. We did see a nice pop above this resistance. You guys can see we were at 524 last week. We got a nice pop to about 526 almost in the pre-market. But obviously now we're at 521. We've pulled back, and now we're testing that 50 SMA here on the 4-hour chart. So we'll see if SPY holds that, or maybe it falls through and starts going down, maybe to 510, 512, right by this 180 moving average. And on triple Q, if I pull this up and show you guys this, it's looking pretty interesting, right? We still have this wedge. Let me actually redraw this. I'll clear the drawing set, draw a new wedge. You guys can see here. So we still have this wedge, and now we're breaking down more towards the bottom of it. Now we're trading under the 50 moving average on the 4-hour chart and heading towards, it looks like that 440 level, which is right by the 180 SMA. So yeah, the bears are gaining a little bit of control here to start off the week, but obviously in the grand scheme of things, the bulls are still in charge. There's nobody denying that, but we are seeing a bit of selling on these major indexes, which at the end of the day, in my opinion, is not that big of a deal. It's healthy, right? It's healthy considering just a couple of days ago, we hit all-time highs pretty much across the board, except for the Russell, which is still a couple 100 points away from all-time highs. So let me break down now, guys, some stocks that I'm looking at. The first one that's moving quite nicely today, and it's been moving for quite some time, man. This thing just keeps on going. It is Micron, ticker symbol MU. Their stock's up another 5.5% today. And if you've been watching my YouTube channel, if you've been tracking the stock on your own, you know they just reported earnings about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. When was that? On the 19th, I believe. No, 20th of March. Either way, they just reported numbers about 10 days ago, and their stock rocketed from around, $94 to about 112. It then cooled off, saw another move from 109 to 120, cooled off again, consolidated, and now it's breaking out towards 130, the mid-120s, 130, which is nuts, right? Every time you think it's going to cool off, it consolidates and goes up even higher. At least recently, that's what's been going on. So let me see here. So it looks like we got a lot of, or at least one increase here from B of A. It looks like B of A Securities maintains buy on Micron Technology, raises price target to $144 per share from $120, it looks like. So they jacked that price target up. They have a buy rating on the stock. Looks like Benzinga opening bell update, gold continues higher, yada yada. Micron gains on price target raise from B of A. Yeah, that's the news, guys, when it comes to what's moving the stock today. But really, it all comes down to the earnings, right? It stems from the earnings, which then caused the B of A analysts to then raise the price target. And again, it just keeps on moving here, guys, which if I pull the 3-year chart up, yeah, we're completely exploding on that time frame. And on the max chart, obviously, we're at all-time highs now. So, yeah, Micron's one worth watching. I'm not necessarily FOMOing into it right this second, but if we get a cool-off, consolidation period, whatever it may be, I'm seriously looking at that. And we also have Google. Not sure if you guys saw, but Google hit an all-time high today. It's up 2.5%. All-time high was at $157, at least here on Thinkorswim. I mean, you guys know, sometimes on Yahoo Finance, the all-time high is $1 or $2 less. Sometimes on this or that platform, it's a little less, a little more, whatever it may be. But as of Thinkorswim, the way we're looking at it here, 157 is the all-time high. We just took out the highs from a couple months ago, or not months, weeks ago, but also from back in November of 2021, about 2.5 years ago, is when we hit the mid 150s for the first time, mid to low 150s. We pulled back to 83. I was buying a bunch on that pullback, and now we're at a point where this could be a blow-off top rally spot for Google, in my opinion, guys. I'm not saying for sure it's going to go to 200 or 300, no doubt about it. But, and by the way, full disclosure, I am long Google. It's actually my biggest individual stock holding. So you guys know where my money's at. But, hey, Google, I personally think it's going to do very well. That doesn't mean it's for sure going to do well, but I could see this spot being a breakout spot for Google. The fact that now we're pushing past the mid-high 150s, and would I be surprised if we hit 175, $200 per share at some point relatively soon? I would not be surprised. And I've said this before time and time again, not just in the past couple of days, but for a while, weeks, months, that I personally think Amazon and Google are the two most undervalued when it comes to the Mag 7, Big Tech, whatever you want to call them. And I've been buying them. I've been putting my money where my mouth is. Bought Google more on the dip here at 130, 135, that range. Was buying Amazon. Literally, I bought more Amazon at 173 or 4 recently. I think there's more upside there. I could be wrong. Who knows? But, yeah, that's a quick update there. And by the way, if you guys want to keep up with the Patreon portfolio, all the updates, check out the link down below, shameless plug. And we also have some other movers right now. We have Shopify up 1.4%, nothing crazy, but it is looking like we do have arguably the start of a inverse head and shoulders on this stock. You guys probably see it, left shoulder. You got the head right here if it wants to work. There we go. The right shoulder is right here. You guys see that. So if we do start getting a break past, I'd say, $80, $82, $83.50, which is the recent high, it looks like, from the end of March. Let me set my alert at $83.50. If we start getting out of there, we could really start taking off in my eyes. And yeah, you can make a serious argument that that inverse head and shoulders would play out, at least in my opinion. So that's Shopify. LVS is also moving today, which we did call this out a couple of days ago. If you guys missed that call out and you're missing the videos, make sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell. What are you waiting for, man? But yeah, LVS 3.7% in the green. We're breaking out of the moving averages on the 4-hour chart. We're above the wedge here, as you guys can see. And yeah, we're also taking the highs out from middle of March, from beginning of this year. So yeah, LVS looks pretty good heading into earnings, which are coming up here in a couple of weeks. And what's the catalyst on this? Do we even have a catalyst, or is it just breaking out? Yeah, it looks like it's just breaking out. But yeah, LVS, keep your eyes on that. This could for sure continue, in my opinion. Not guaranteed, obviously. Do your own research. Trade at your own risk, guys. But yeah, those are 4 names: Micron, Google, Shopify, LVS. And let's do one more here, guys. Let's see. AMD is up 2%. We could wrap it up here, as I did talk about AMD a couple of days ago over the weekend. And now it looks like it is starting to bounce slowly off of this support at about 180, 182. Now we're actually, as of today, gapping above both moving averages again for the first time in a couple of weeks here, actually about a month, on the 4-hour chart. So we're gapping above those moving averages. AMD looks pretty good, in my opinion, right? We're not fully breaking out yet, but it could be around the corner. So what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. As always, feel free to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and to check out the Moomoo link down below if you guys want to get 7 fractional shares of the Mag 7 stocks, or if you want to get a 1.5% cash rewards match on your transfer to Moomoo for the first time, up to $20,000. So let's say you transfer an account, $20,000 onto Moomoo, 1.5%. That's $300 for you. So check out that link down below. I'll catch you guys later.